people. Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. First thing that is popping in the news, it is called Marvel's version of the 7-Year War. Now people, I am going to speak about the motive behind an incident that occurred in Marvel 24 to 48 hours ago, in which 6 persons got conned up, 3 of them fatally. 2 of the deceased, Demoy Mills, Shemar James. Other person that lost his life, the identity was not given. 3 other persons were taken to the place of recovery. Now people, based on the information, it is said that this was some sort of drive-by for some sort of reprisal. Based on the information from the Popo, they know that this is associated with some sort of gang feud, internal gang feud. The Popo know the names of all persons that are involved. Most of these persons have been on the Popo radar for a couple of years, for a couple of incidents as it pertains to violence. Just to give you a backstory, it is said that some men in a car roll up, blaze at the place, take with themselves. However, the Popo was in the vicinity. The Popo was in the area. There was some sort of chase. All of the man them blaze out of the car, left the car. Popo recovered the car. Popo check the registration on the car. Car is registered to some people. Popo has that information. Based on information from the residents, it is said that, listen, one of the persons that are feuding, it is because he lost his mother because of gang violence. He was taken away by the opposition, taken away by friendly fire. One of the two does not matter. So therefore, he is seeking vengeance. He is seeking revenge. So therefore, that is the motive of everything. Now people, it seems as if these youths, they don't learn from the mistakes of others. And like I said before, a wise man learns from his mistake. However, a wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. And I am sure that these criminal elements in Jamaica have a whole lot of example of things not to do, to go by on a daily basis, because we see this each and every day. So therefore, them know say them hot. Them know say whenever anything happens in that neighborhood, they are the names that are always called up. Tommy, Jimmy, Willa, D, etc., etc., etc. Whenever anything happens, those are always the person of interest, whether they are there or whether they are not there. The Popo have some sorts of inclination. Say, listen, these are the crime producers, these are the troublemakers. What is even more disturbing is that their neighbors, their family, their sister, their mother, they know that they are crime producers. The next door neighbor knows that them a crime producer. The next door neighbor always hear, listen, Jimmy slapped such and such, I run from Jimmy, such and such, did some sort of reprisal. Everybody knows every intricate details. However, until something like this happens, and it happens over and over, it is like a revolving door. Then them start scramble, then them a call for justice, then them a call for peace. When people like me say, this has been going on for 7 years. If we back 7 years, 2015, before that, this has been going on. Now, this is not no isolated incident or any sorts of war that's been going on for 7 years that is unusual. This is the norm rather than the exception. Even in a Painland war has been going on since 2009. And people, I am going to do a video as it pertains to that. And the people that send me the information, don't think that I have forgotten. I just have not got the time to deal with it as yet. However, it is on the draft. It is on the board to do ASAP. Things to do. Just don't get to it as yet. Now people, like me say, when this happens, usually a lot of persons that get caught up and lose them life have nothing to do with nothing, none at all. So why is it that if you have a problem with a certain gang, ex-gang, and you pull up where ex-gang is, and none of those gang members are there, none of those family members, if you can't avoid, you can't catch Quaco, you catch him shot syndrome. Why is it that you decide to spray the place with nothing but innocent people, little pitney, old lady, people that have nothing to do with anything? The only thing that they have to do with is the fact that they are from the same neighborhood in which you are fighting, the same neighborhood in which the people that hurt or take away your mother is. People, it makes no sorts of sense. So like me say, based on what the Popo is saying, they have the name of the individuals that are involved. They know the motive. They know why. They know every intricate detail. So therefore, it is just a matter of time. And people, we see what happens when persons react in anger. Instead of sitting it out, taking a breath for 10 seconds or so, thinking about their move before they make it. Not just being impulsive, not just being angry and reacting. We see the same thing with Jacure and people. We see that him get 6 years. He is going to be luckier than most of these persons because more than likely, after 2022 ends, a lot of these people that are persons of interest or gangsters in this era, they are going to be 6'6". If them lucky, them will get locked up for a very long time. Point blank and period. Now people, the disturbing thing about the whole thing is that it seems as if these Popo in this era, they have become so accustomed to this war. It is as if they are actually negotiating with these criminals. Because the SSP of the era, he said that he knows all that are involved. He knows the motive. He knows the person, the names that is behind all of this. However, he is speaking to his investigators and they are coming up with some sort of way to have these people turn in themselves before he is taking it to the furthest extent. So therefore, people, what we realize is that these youths are getting chance upon top of chance. However, people, it is hopeless. Some people, they are beyond repair. They are beyond rehabilitation. They are beyond reasoning with. So therefore, you always have to take it to the furthest extent. So therefore, had the Popo done their job, had the neighbors spoken up when these people were reacting or creating all sorts of chaos and catastrophe, more than likely it would not have gotten to this stage. More than likely, these persons would have been where they belong. May I talk about down at the big yard or down at the graveyard. So people, at the end of the day, like I've always said, whenever you dance with the devil, you get FUCK. And this is exactly what is going on. So therefore, the Popo, they need to realize that, listen, there is only one way for them, and it is called extreme measures. Desperate times calls for desperate measure. And the people, the residents, don't wait until it reaches your doorstep. Then you start talk, then you start bawl, and you can't believe, you can't understand. It has been going on for in excess of 7 years. And if in that 7 years, since 2015, fast forward 2022, you don't realize what the problem is, then you're not going to learn. And people like them say, a hard ears make for a soft ASS. And the only sad thing is that it is usually the innocent persons who are getting their ASS blown off. Point blank and period. And that sounds kind of home. HOMO. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.